Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you guys the way I've been kind of making MT as of now. This David Robinson's not selling. So if you guys do go on to enjoy today's video, if you could drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you are brand new around here. And guys, let me know in the comments how much MT you currently have, specifically. Just let me know, because I'm curious how much MT you guys currently have. Because I'm kind of surprised that when people tell me they only have like 20 or 30k MT, I'm just like, how? You can make so much MT in this game. So this is how we're making some MT. So obviously, 2K released Smush Parker, right? He's an Evo. He's a very easy card to Evo. So what we've been doing is we've been picking up a lot of Smush Parkers. So yeah, and this Jared Salinger we'll discuss in a little bit. So we're selling for about 16,000, 15,000 here or there. So I'm going to show you guys how to pick up these cards. I'll show you guys how to Evo him in one game. So yeah, there's that. And basically, I'm just going to show you guys how to pick these up, how to Evo them, and then how to list them properly. So what we're going to do is we will go find a Smush Parker that I can go find. No, not Shush Parker. Well, not Josh. Smush Parker. Here we go. So we're going to go to Ruby. You're going to find the cheapest buy now. I think the cheapest buy now when I last checked is like around 14,000 or maybe 13,500. So let's go have a look. Okay. Seems like those 13,000 ones have been picked up. All right. So the 14,000. All right. No big deal. No big deal. Not a big deal. All right. So 14,500. Now, we're not going to be picking these ones up. So if you go to Amethyst and you search for, I think the cheapest is like 16,000. Yeah, so they've just listed one. Now, if you sell one for 16,000, you get 1,400 of that taken off because of tax. So if you sold this now for 16,000, you get 14,400 MT. You're going to keep that in mind. You're going to keep that in mind. So what you're going to do then is you're going to swap this down to Ruby. Now, there's two ways you can pick these up. You can snipe them or you can bin snipe them. So what I tend to do is I go to like 14k. If there's nothing there, after like a few searches, if nothing pops up, like I found a few for like 13k, I found a few other ones for 12k. There's just a few decent ones that do get put up every now and then. So if you don't find anything through this, what you can do is, so I'll do this like twice more. And then if we don't find anything, I'll show you guys how to pick these up on a bid, because you can find a lot of these on a bid. Probably not after this video comes out, but if you give it a few more days, if you give it like a couple days, some people will move on to other methods. So I'll just like go through. Okay, quite a few of these have been thing. So the thing with this at the moment, guys, it is currently 20+1 my time currently, so it's quite early in America currently. As you can see, other people are already starting to do this. They're bidding about 13k. Now, this is before my video goes out live, obviously. So if obviously you can't do that, what you can do, and I'll just show you guys, it is possible to pick these cards up on bid. I've done it. I've got a few cards here. So there's a few ones we sold. That Smush Parker, I think I bidded 13k and then ended up expiring for 11,600, and we got that 1,000 MT back and sold it for like 16k. So I made like 3k profit on that one. There's one I sniped here for 10k. This is one that you could still find them for 14k. There's a snipe for 10k. There's one for 13k there. So you can very easily snipe some of these cards. So there's another one for 12k. So yeah, it's quite a simple method to do. What I'll do is, because I have a few in my collection already waiting to be listed, I'll see if I can snipe one real quick just so I can show you guys how easy it is to pick some of these up. Obviously, there will be some competition with picking these cards up, just because Smush Parker is a very highly rated card in this game currently. A lot of people like him. He's basically like the new Jared Jack. Wow, there really aren't any on the market currently, are there? Cheapest is 15k, which is kind of insane to think about. I will say, guys, also as well, the thing that goes into making these prices as well is the time of day that you're doing this. So right now it isn't a time of day, but I don't really have time to film it and another time. But I'll show you guys still, this is very much possible. Pretty much any time of the week, you just have to sort of like manage your expectations a little bit better. So if we sell for 16k, we get 14,400. I'm just going to see what the cheapest is. Yeah, there's a 14,000 there. So say for argument's sake, we'll buy this one, right? Obviously, you're not going to make much MT on this one. So say for argument's sake, we'll do that one. Now, the cheapest, obviously, I think at the moment is 16k. There's one, 15,950. So another way you can do this as well is you're going to be doubling your effort. So another card you're going to pick up is this Jared Salinger, because once you figure out how we're doing this, he's a very easy card to Evo. So we have obviously a Smush Parker. Now 30 points and 10 assists in one game. That is very easy to do. I have done, as you can see, guys, I have done this quite a number of times. So now that I've actually sold these, obviously Jared Challenger sells for about 10k. You can pick him up for about 2.5k. So yeah, you can make quite a bit of MT off of him. It does take a little bit longer, like obviously to evo him, because his requirements are a little bit bigger. So the game you're going to do is you go to Spotlight's Northwestern Division or the Northwest Division, and it's game number 7. It is a 50-point game. So obviously you're going to score 30 points with Smush Parker, and then 10 of your assists are going to go to Jared Solinger or your other player, obviously if you can't score with Solinger, just as long as you're scoring and getting assists. So basically your stat line for Smush Parker will end on 30 points and 10 assists. So yeah, this is the team I'm running. So Smush Parker there, Jared Solinger. I only have T-Mac in there because he's a good defender, and if I need to score with someone, you're not going to be scoring threes unless it's with Smush Parker, because you're going to end on 50 points. You'll have 30 points and 10 assists. Basically, he's going to equate for every single point you score, whether that's scoring them or assisting them. So I'm going to quickly get into the game. The team you're coming up against, because Solinger's the tallest guy, he's going to be guarded by Mark Eaton. So you can basically just sit in the paint when you're defending, because John Stockton and Karl Malone, they can sometimes do work. The John Stockton is the main one you have to watch out for. So what you're going to do on defense is you are literally going to sit with Solinger. You're going to make sure he's the tallest player in the team, and you're going to sit in the paint with Solinger. What you're going to do is you're going to try and get the rebounds with Solinger, and then dish it out to... Alright, let's see if this works. Nope, alright. So this Stockton is a bit of a demon. He is a bit of a demon. So in order to score with Smush Parker, all you're going to do, run down the court, step back, as long as Karl Malone gets on my way. There we go. Step back and pull up a 3. You're going to score until you get 30 points, or you can kind of mix and match, like score, then get an assist, score, then get an assist. As long as you end with your stat line on 30 points and 10 assists, you will be able to evo him after this game. Now, of course, you are getting MT for this game as well. You get, I think I average about 400 to 500 MT per doing this. It kind of just depends on your like shooting averages. Let's not leave him wide open again, shall we? It really depends on like your shooting averages and things like that. All right, we might be able to get a rebound here. As long as Karl Malone doesn't ruin our fun. All right, there it is. So in terms of like this, what you're going to do is you will quickly dish it off to Smush, and then we're going to send him in. This is probably going to get stolen. No, it doesn't. Does he make it? All right, he makes it. So easy assist. You're going to do that 9 times. You're going to get 10 assists in total, and then you're going to score 30 points with Smush Parker. And that's pretty much it, guys, for the method. You have to score the points rather easily. He's going to... Okay, well, he's stuck. So, yeah, because you got him Mark Eaton with a jumper. All right, easy rebound. We will take that. So we're going to pass it to him. No, not drive in with T-Mac. We're going to drive in with Mark. No, not Mark. We're going to drive in with Solinger. And there's an easy rebound and an assist for thing. So if you can average it well, if you can get 20 points and 10 rebounds with Solinger, you'll be done in 10 games. Now, odds of that happening, quite slim. If you do that, that's very impressive. But... obviously, then you could do 10 Smush Parkers along with 1 Jared Solinger, and it just adds up to more MT. That's pretty much what I've been doing. Like for the past few hours, I've done a few Solingers. I've done a few. I've done 2 Solingers because these games can sometimes take a while. It's not like overly long. I'm only doing these because I have literally nothing else to do in the game. I could grind unlimited, but no, I really don't want to be grinding unlimited. But yeah, I don't like, I've done all my level 40s. I'm literally just doing this just to stockpile some MT now for the start of season 5, which is coming on Friday, which is going to be great stuff. So got the rebound, give it to Smush Parker, tell him to drive in. Mark Eaton's really slow, can't keep up with him. Nice rebound and nice assist for Smush. We're on 3 assists with Smush Parker already, so it's going very well, guys. It's going very well. Now, obviously, you have to take into account how much MT that you're going to be making. The average, like when this was like a few hours ago when I was picking up the cards for like 13k rather easily. Give it to Smush. Not Smush, give it to Jared. I was picking up the cards quite consistently for 12 to 13k, and they were selling for 16k. I haven't found an issue with one of the cards not selling. They've all sold every single time, some of them within like 20 minutes, so that's always, you know, that's always good turnover for MT. So if you can keep that going, it is very easy to do to keep that going. Also, guys, kind of experiment with other like Evo cards. There are other Evos in the game. Obviously, there is that Kenyon Martin that I've seen people make a ton of MT with. I'm not really a big fan of the Kenyon Martin. No, that's not my reasoning. I'm not really... Why did I... Come here, Solinger, come here. No. For God's sake, man. Game doesn't let me icon switch him. But yeah, it's... You want to, obviously, Smush Parker is like the big one that I've been using. I have tried to like Evo some other cards. Most of the other Evos are reward cards, which is kind of unfortunate. 2K are very much lacking on Evo cards this year, which is a little annoying. because obviously Evo cards were like my favorite thing last year. You guys remember that like James Donaldson card, like an amethyst you can pick up, and all you have to do is like score 20 points and like get 5 blocks or something. Like, I just love grinding those. They're so easy to grind as well. I wish you could obviously get Smush done in a triple threat offline game, because that would be like, that would make this grind a whole lot easier and a whole lot more efficient. But of course, you can have everything. You can obviously just grind some domination games if you're still stuck, if you're still doing domination. Score 30 points, get 10 assists, and then obviously just finish the rest of the game. But I've just been doing this with this challenge because this challenge is very efficient. When I'm actually like not commentating and I'm actually focusing, it doesn't take me too long to actually finish these games. It's just when I'm talking to you guys trying to explain stuff, I do tend to play a bit slower. So that's why this game isn't progressing as fast as it usually does for me. So yeah, they're going to send him in, easy send in. I get stuck in an animation, and then he pulls up a wide jump shot, and he somehow doesn't get the rebound. Love getting stuck in animations, 2K. Really, really do. Let's not leave Stockton open. Smush, come on now. But yeah, guys, it's a very, very easy method. I wouldn't say it's like my favorite method I've done. It's definitely up there in terms of like high turnover for cards. Because obviously the silver method I posted can sometimes, the silvers can be a bit stubborn and not want to sell. But most of the time they do sell first time around. And I hate when that happens so much. But yeah, guys, in terms of like this method, it's a very, very efficient method. It's one of like, especially now when the market is like not really moving. It's going to be moving for this Friday because obviously season 5 is starting. And this game's a lot more closer than I thought it was going to be. So let's chuck up some threes, shall we? There we go. All right, at least I can still green with Smush at least. Now, in the event, guys, that you score 2 points instead of 3, you gotta, at that point, it's like literally all you do then is score another either two pointers, or you just because you might end up on something like 29 points, and at that point you just score another 2. Just make sure you're scoring 30 points, like at least 30 points. Score 30, get 10 assists, you will be fine. Most of the time, sometimes you might end on 51 or 52 points, but it's quite rare that happens. There's only one time that's happened for me in like the 12 or 13 times I've done this. Actually, I think I've done it more times than that. But yeah, it's a very efficient method, guys. As you can see, for the amount of cards I've sold, I'm just going to give Emac just so I can get these assists done. It's a very efficient method to do. If you're doing Solinger alongside Smush Parker, you can just almost double your efficiency, just because obviously you're getting more work out of it. You can also try and grind the Sean Marion that came out as well. That might be another thing you guys can do while doing this grind. I like just doing Solinger just because I can sell the card when I'm done with it. But yeah, guys, that's it for the video for the most part. If you guys have found this video helpful, if you could drop a like in the video, subscribe to the channel if you are brand new around you, of course. I have plenty of MT making methods on the channel. If you guys are not feeling this one, of course, you can go check out some of my other ones. Let's drive in with the right player, shall we? I wonder if there's that. All right, game. This game's so wacky sometimes. Go, get the rebound, and we're gonna drive in with Solinger just so I can score one more basket. Drive in. He has John Stockton on him. And he somehow he got a free rebound, so in cases like that, it's not too bad because you can get a free rebound, and we're just going to chuck up a lob. So in cases like that, it isn't too terrible because you can obviously get a free rebound out of it, but it's not ideal. You do generally want to try and get as efficient as possible. Obviously, 5 rebounds at the start of at this point in the game isn't tremendous, but it isn't too bad either. So guys, that's it for the video. If you guys have enjoyed the video, if you could drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you are brand new around here. I shall see you guys all later. Take care and